301 is extremely different from everything else that's out right now.
You take the Roots, Jimi Hendrix Band, Tribe Called Quest, then you have a version of who Area 301 is.
Area 301 consists of 9 people. It's a pretty large band.
Can I pull you to me mentally? Let you know I love you and what you mean to me. To my earth is not spinning the same. A trickle of rain splashing and pouring essential torrentials. Love short heartbreak, story so suspenseful.
And then you come in at the end.
You want me to come in with a hook?
Am I playing?
Nope, not yet. Just first verse.
1, 2, 3. More got to happen.
Variety of different kinds of musical styles and talents all represented in this band, and no matter what, you're going to come out and you're going to have a great time.
I get to formally introduce Area 301, and then we're going to get right into the interview. So Area 301 is Maryland's own homegrown, high-energy, hip-hop rock band, bringing together a multitude of music genres to create a live experience that takes you to a whole new dimension. From the smooth and sultry melodies of R&B to the deep street rhymes of hip-hop, and topped with the edgy, in-your-face sounds of rock, all together, bringing to the stage a vibe that projects their pride as Maryland's own. So their up-tempo rhythm, funky dance tunes, and hardcore rhymes bring everyone out to the dance floor, playing all original music with songs that the crowd can relate to. Songs such as Can I Still Hit It? And by the way, Eric, can we please play the CD while we're interviewing? Can I Still Hit It? Oh My, Gotta Have Your Love, Stressed, and the ever so popular Dear America. Area 301 brings it front and center with a passion for showcasing their unbeatable talent and love for music while keeping it real and close to home. Yes, and I must say this is definitely true to life, because again, when I got to see you guys perform live, it was high energy the whole time. Mm-hmm. Everybody was, snapping their fingers, of all ages, mind you, bobbing their heads, and they was grooving. So first, let's go around the table and you introduce yourself, and if you're a singer front line or a musician, just give us a little history about yourself.
All right, I guess I'll go first. First of all, let me say you're very articulate. You can read real good.
Thank you very much. I was like, I didn't even rehearse it.
Real good. Good job. Real good.
I've been in school long enough.
My name's Jamani Face. I'm vocals. I'm gonna pass it on over here to Nick.
All right.
It's Tricky Nicky.
All right.
Guess I'm MC, vocals.
All right, Tricky Nicky.
Kane is Able, vocalist, pretty much I'm everything. I'm a jack of all trades.
Okay. All right.
And on Vito, I'm the invisible member. I'm behind the scenes taking care of the business. I manage Area 301.
All right. Well, welcome. Yes.
Can I say one thing?
Yes,
I also
you can.
want to shout out the rest of the Area 301. We have Mark Brown. We have Jeff Marsh. We have Lady G. We have Jay Mackey. And who else? We have Mike.
Linwood Battle.
Yeah, Linwood Battle.
And Mike Caprera.
That's right.
See, we didn't have enough seats for everybody, so they just said they'll
yeah,
come next
very
time,
nice
right?
band.
Shout out to Fats.
Yeah, shout out to Fats.
We missing
Free
Fats.
free Fats.
Did we say Lady G already?
Yes. Now, if any of the band members that are watching, if they want to call in and say hello, the phone line, the number is at the bottom of the screen. You're more than welcome to call in and say hello. If any of the viewing audience has a question or a comment, feel free to call in. There's like a 3-minute delay, so just keep that in mind as we come to a close. So let's talk about Area 301. How long have you guys been in existence?
We have been together as this unit for about 2.5 years.
Okay.
We're picking up speed, we're looking to play for the big crowds and the rest of that, and we're picking up fans every place that we play. So, the momentum is happening. So, if you don't know about us, you need to ask somebody because we're trying to change the world. So that's our goal.
All right. So now this was the brainchild of what is it you and Jared?
Yeah.
You and Jared. So how did you form the rest of your band?
Damn sure wasn't easy. Let me just say
A lot of prayer.
This started way back in high school.
Uh-huh.
And
that was just a short time ago, right?
Yeah, it was a
couple years ago.
Couple last week or something. But yeah, it started way back then. The rhythm was always in us, and I was always beating on something, and Jared would start rapping, and then he would start beating on something, and I'd start rapping, and I get kicked out of class for it and stuff like that. And then that led to after high school, he got a karaoke machine for Christmas, and his brother had some drums, and I came over there and we started playing around. Next thing he started writing songs, and then I started writing songs, and this is my best friend right here, and he started liking the songs and stuff. So he would always keep on writing, and he was the manager back in the day. We was like
way back in the day, just a couple years ago.
We was a suburban go-go band back then.
We won't even say the name of that one.
Yeah.
Some dudes in the
Shout
shed.
out to
Yeah.
Some dudes in the shed with some old instruments.
We had our first show. We had a karaoke machine, and it was just 2 mics plugged up with a speaker right there.
I think you're giving them too much, Jay.
Yeah, but that was back then. But let me say this: that led all the way to now. Shout out to my father, rest in peace. He just
Pops.
died last year.
Yeah.
And he was
Pops.
the catalyst to this. He actually made us take it to the people. It was like take it out the basement. It's time to take it to the crowds and stuff. And we had a couple mishaps, and we lost some band members, and we had to almost start over. And then luckily for us, it happened because we got better members than we had from before, and
we're evolving.
Absolutely.
We're constantly evolving.
And we are right now the strongest unit we've ever been. And
Solid.
We're solid,
Absolutely.
and we are ready for war. So.
And it's not an easy thing to do when you got 9 people involved. You got all kinds of different personalities, and
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
But we're a tight group. It's all about every individuals and as a group all together. We're taking it to the next level. We're changing music.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's amazing to see the evolution of this band since the beginning to where we are now. And what motivates me and what actually scares me, too, with the same token, is that these guys don't know their potential yet.
Yeah.
They have no idea what the limitations are. And every time we hit the stage and every time a new task comes our way, these guys knock it out the water. So, in my opinion, this is a national act. It's without question a national act. The only difference is that the nation hasn't seen us yet, but once they see who we are, it's going to catch on. I already know it. We just got to get into the mainstream. We got to get into the flow of things. So if you out there, tune into us. Area 301, we are here to stay.
All right. Well, first I want to say, I'm sorry for your loss for your dad, but you know what? But it brings to mind, You know, my mom is here in the audience, and I tell you,
Hi,
parents.
Hi, Mama.
Yes. Hello, mother. And, you know, they are our biggest fans and our biggest supporters. And thank God for them. And thank God that they, you know, believe in us enough, even when we don't believe in ourselves sometimes.
Yep.
And as far as, like, the growth of the band, it's bumps and bruises are expected. It's part of the growing pain of getting to where you are.
True.
And I must say, if that was the sacrifice that you, what in the world is that?
Your phone.
If that, if that was the sacrifice that, I don't think this is, I'm someone calling it. If that was the sacrifice that you had to pay to get to where you are today, then I would say it was well worth it.
Yeah. My father has definitely motivated us.
All of us.
Yeah, Pops was someone that you can call a virtuoso. He was a musician himself.
Yeah.
And he actually built and made his own bass and guitars that John still has to this day. And I can't wait until the day that we actually get to bring that onto the set and perform on Pop's handmade bass during a live show. I think that'd be the ultimate compliment.
Yes.
And that's coming.
Yes.
That's coming. Yes.
So now let's talk about this unique sound. That was one of the things that drew me in when I went to your website without even seeing you first. I love the combination of the rock sound, the hip hop, and then the R&B that splashed in there too. So how did that concept come about?
It was by accident.
It really was. I mean,
Yeah.
you just kind of throw little things in. You don't have too much of something. You know, that's why it's kind of a fusion of everything, and it kind of just happened. You know.
It was we were at the same scenario back in the day, and we had a Congo player, and we had a bass player, and one day the bass player didn't make it, but a guitar player came in. He was a friend of Jared's brother, Jay Mackey's brother.
Right.
And while he's in there, he plugged up his guitar, so we were playing with the guitar instead of a bass, and you know, it just made sense. And then, you know, I was a big Run DMC fan back in the day, and you know, so you know, just the live guitar when it came to hip hop, to me, you know, it was just something I was always interested in working with, and we made it happen. Our guitar player is amazing. Our bass player is amazing. Our keyboard player is amazing. You know, our drummer's amazing. So,
Yes.
you know, our front line, you know, Kane, he's just a monster. That's LL Cool J sitting right there. You know what I'm saying? World don't know him yet, but they gonna know him soon enough. But,
Right.
You know, we
Absolutely.
have a lot. You know, you saw the show yesterday, so you saw what Mackie can do. So you know. You know, he's an
Absolutely.
entertainer. He's our Michael Jackson. So you know, we have a lot of different things, interchangeable parts that make who we are. We don't. So
Everybody play their part.
Yeah.
Everybody has an intricate part.
And
of it.
that's what I
Totally.
think that makes the fusion so good, because you have like Linwood Battle, he's more of a jazz pianist, you know what I mean? Then you have Jeff the Rock, and then you have Mike straight out of Ohio with that funk, you know, them Ohio player type funk. And then you have Mark Brown, this man played with P-Funk and Chuck. And
Yeah.
he's just versatile. So you normally can't find a drummer that could really kick, you know, go and then turn around and play some rock and stay on that pocket. You know what I mean? So that was his gift right there. And by everybody bringing that whole thing together, that's what fused the sound that you have today.
Yes, and even though each of you plays a separate part, you work together, blend.
Right.
It's a synergy that is, I'm telling you, I couldn't, I was really trying to understand while I was sitting there watching, and you saw me and I was taking notes,
Right.
and I'm like,
I was sitting right next to you.
yes, and here's the thing, even when you have mainstream artists, when they come out with something new, it takes a while to get used to it. And then as you keep hearing it, oh, okay, I'm starting to like it. But sitting there, it was like every song, I was like, man, I like this. And it's risky when you're, you know, a band that's coming out and people don't know who you are, and your whole set is original material. You don't throw any cover songs in there. So how was that? Whose strategy was that?
I guess
Hard
you
heads right here.
You can call me the hard-headed one, because I don't want to, you know, say anything bad about our area, because I'm a PG County boy, born and raised. Okay, but you know, there's a lot of cover bands from this area.
Yes.
And you know, I love go-go, but you know, shout out to Junk and to the originals. You know, the people who bring those original songs to the table.
Right.
You know, we're trying to get into the music business, and a lot of people look at this area you know, and they have a bad taste in their mouth because they feel like we steal people's music. So we want to be completely original.
Right.
And then, you know, I do believe that, you know, I have a band full of stars. You know, it's you know, a lot of us can't sleep at night because, you know, we're so hungry and we want to make this thing work.
Right.
You know, so it's not like, you know, me personally, you know, like he's always trying to make us do covers, you know. And, you know
I'm gonna address that in a second. I'm gonna address that, y'all. Hold on.
And I'm like, man, I hate the fact that you know that like sometimes we have to do covers. You know, sometimes we have to use a whole practice because you know our singer does covers sometimes. And you know, if it's up to me, we would not do any covers because we have a large catalog of music. We got a whole bunch of songs to come. You know, we're not stuck at these 13. We already have stuff written.
Right.
So you know, if y'all like this, then, you know, we got
a whole
5 albums coming.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly.
Hold on, I need to see. Let's see if this is someone.
Calling
got
in
a
on the
stalker
show.
right there.
Oh, okay, this is someone calling.
Somebody calling in.
Okay.
Got to
Hello,
plug in.
hold on. We got a caller. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. And who's calling?
My name's JR. I'm calling from Florida. Big fan.
JR.
Biggity Proctor.
Big fan. I just want to say, you know, I've been knowing y'all for a little bit. We're saying I'm very happy to see what y'all are doing. But I got a question for the band. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so I've been bootlegging your tapes down here in Florida, right? The sales been going real well. I ain't gonna lie, sales been going real well. You're getting real good reception down here. I was just wondering when, you know, management or band members or whatever don't make your way down 95 South and maybe play a couple gigs down here. Yeah, I'm sure I could fill the place.
Well, we actually on our way now since you told us you bootlegging our stuff, man.
Fueling the car up now, right?
You know?
Yeah, so,
Fuel the car. Let's go.
You know, I can attest to John getting kicked or Jamani getting kicked out of English class because I was sitting next to him.
He was in the
but
class
I got a
with
quick
us.
question. I'm gonna be up there the 19th. Where y'all gonna be playing at?
We had
the
the
day before we was
Metropolitan.
on Metropolitan.
Metropolitan on the 18th.
18.
Yeah.
All right. Hey,
See if you get an early ticket.
Y'all gonna leave a couple tickets at the door for J-Proc or what's the deal?
Look, he's bootlegging
I got
and he
you.
wants
I
to
got
take
you,
it.
bro.
We got you, RJ.
And I wear an extra large T-shirt. Just so
Oh,
y'all
my
know, I've been
Eddie
gaining
wants
some weight
merchandise.
down in Florida.
We got a medium for you.
I love y'all. Keep up the good work.
No problem, RJ. We
All right,
got you,
Jay.
man.
Yes, sir.
I tell you, he must be a good friend because
Yeah,
he's
that's my-
bootlegging, wants free
Yeah,
tickets, free
that's-
merchandise.
That's my little brother from way back.
They grew
That's
up
my
together.
man.
They grew up
Oh.
together.
Man,
Yeah.
Way
What
back.
are you still there?
No, he just
Oh, he hung up. Okay.
No, we lost him.
Yeah, he's cool like that. He's just hanging. He don't say bye.
One of them dudes.
Disrespectful.
That's just how he rolled.
Oh my goodness, that was pretty cool. So, where were we? It was a point that I wanted to make when you were talking about your original.
Originals and covers.
Yes.
versus.
You wanted to counter that.
Oh no, I totally agree with Jamani. He talks about being an original band. Coming from DC and being Go-Go, it gets a bad reputation that we always bootlegging people's material. So when it comes to being successful in the music industry, anyone that works in the industry knows that the lifeblood of a record label is success of a new artist, breaking a new artist. And you cannot break a new artist by playing other people's material.
Right.
But unfortunately, people are brainwashed nowadays in society that if it's something that's unfamiliar to you, it takes a lot longer to gravitate to it.
Right.
Sometimes you got to hear some on the radio. Like, I know for a fact, I've heard songs that I don't like personally, but I've heard them so many times being played on radio stations so often that one day I catch myself in the car driving, and I know the words to the song.
Right.
And I'm like, how did I get to this point? So when I introduce covers to Area 301, I don't really mean that we're going to do a cover per se. Let's take something that's familiar already in mainstream and put our own twist on it and make it an Area 301 remake. And then once we gain that attention, now that we got them focused in on us, our originals are so good that once we play our originals, the focus is really there. They're
Right.
really tuned in. So it's a science and an art to how do you utilize a cover and introduce that into your own originality.
Exactly.
So a lot of bands in this area, all they do is covers because small bars and venues, they only book bands that play covers per se.
Right.
So any artist is trying to be original, do their own thing, we understand your pain because for us, because we always do originals. It's so hard for us to get in the door, but I guarantee you, when we get into a door, there has not been a venue to date that we have not performed in that people have been like, oh my God, you guys blew me away. You totally caught me off guard.
Right.
You look this way, but you sound that way.
Yes.
You guys this, I mean, I don't even know your stuff, but I love it. So we know we got something.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So all I'm trying to do now is tweak it and add a certain different element to help make the transition happen much smoother, faster, and quicker.
Uh-oh, we got another call. Uh-oh, you guys are, hold on.
Here we go. Sit
have
right now
Mike.
playing the background.
Oh, it might be
We
out,
have Mike on the line. Hello.
Hey, this is Bob.
Oh, Bob.
Nah,
It said Mike.
that's
It's-
Mike.
Oh, I was going to say, it said Mike.
I know your voice. You're a bad impersonation.
This is
Yeah, it's Mike.
Mike
Hi,
I just
Cabrera.
wanted to tell you,
That's
whatever
always
Vito's
fun.
telling you, don't listen to him. He's insane.
What's up, Cabrera?
No, just kidding, Vito.
I got you, brother. That's
I
our
just
bass
wanted to
player.
shout and
though.
say, hey, guys.
What's up,
up,
brother?
man?
Couldn't be there.
Hey there, Bam Bam.
Bam Bam, Gibraltar.
Aren't you proud of your band members here?
Yes, yes, I'm one of them.
You guys look good on screen.
He's the funky Italian in 301 plays
Sorry,
the
but I
bass.
can't hear very well on the phone, unfortunately.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, he was the one. Oh, the Italian. He was poking me in the back while I was taking pictures yesterday.
That'd be him.
Fresh, Mr. Freshman.
I'm cracking the jokes, the Italian jokes. Yeah, that was me.
I'm
Was
playing.
it you I was flirting with?
Yes, it's me.
Nice.
Awesome. And we had a nice time last night. That was great.
Yes, that was a great show. And again, as I've been saying, I am just, I really enjoyed the set. I really did. And again, it just caught me off guard because it was all original. And I love the sound. I like rock anyway. And I think, it's funky. It's another form of funk. People like
Well,
to.
that's just all me. That's all me, Wendy.
It's all you? All right. You going to take all the
Yeah,
credit?
baby. They're all looking at you like, get him off the line.
All right. Well, thanks for calling.
All right, sweetie. Just wanted to say hi. Hey, guys.
Hey,
All right, Mike.
Hey there, Mike.
Enjoy your interview. Goodbye.
All right,
Hey, we
bye.
got practice tonight.
Yeah.
We got practice right after this, dog. See you at the house.
Man.
So let's talk about the direction. You mentioned that you're breaking down doors and really trying to introduce your sound and being innovative with your sound. Is it that you're looking to? Do you want to break into mainstream, or do you want to continue to be an indie label and grow that way?
We want to do both, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, we do have our own label that we are trying to get up off the ground, but mainstream is where our sights are.
Okay.
To me, hip hop is in a state of
Emergency.
emergency.
It is.
Help me. It's like no disrespect, to anybody, but it's
Right.
like it's the same song all the way through.
There's no
Right.
originality.
It's the same flow. It's the same type of beats. It's the same everything, and that's what we're trying to do, something different. So, I'm sure when people hear, they see the separation between us and what other people are doing.
Right.
Not saying that what they're doing is not good, because it is high energy. The beats are catchy. The hooks are catchy. But to me, a lot of the stuff that is being released today is affecting the children.
Yeah.
There's not
Absolutely.
meaningful lyrics out there either. Some of the stuff we lived and
Yeah.
we're sending out positive vibes, and just having fun. at the same
Right.
time.
But do you feel like if you were to sign with a mainstream label that you would lose some of your creativity?
I wouldn't allow it to happen. So, if
Not at this
I was
point
to
in our
sign anything with anybody, I would have to have complete creativity on what I have to say, because I have a lot to say. First you got to get the money, then you get the power. So right now we're trying to build ourselves up, because we're trying to change a lot what's going on, especially when it comes to hip hop and when it comes to, there's a lot of people who are quiet. That's true. When there's a lot going on in this world, and people need to be more outspoken. But I don't have a voice yet. So the second I can get a voice, and get myself on that plateau, then I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Like back in the day with major labels, you didn't have the internet like you have nowadays. So my thing is that a lot of artists, they had to go the major major label route. But the internet has changed the industry, has changed the whole game. So you don't actually need a major. And once you sign with a major, you're pretty much guaranteed to lose creative control because they pay for everything. Staying independent lets you stay in control of your creativity. You also have resources and a simple click of the keyboard, and you can now take your music and go worldwide, go globally. So, wasn't for the internet, who knows where we would be, but by having the internet, there's no way we probably sign with a major because we don't need to. In all honesty, you actually don't need to. You make way more money staying independent because you don't have the huge overhead costs, and you keep your creativity, you keep your control. So we're pro indie all day long. But just when you say indie does not mean you still can't go mainstream. You can go mainstream via indie. It just takes a lot more diligence, a lot more hard work.
A lot of artists don't know you can actually get on the Billboard without even being signed.
Yeah,
exactly.
As long as you have your paperwork and your publishing and everything done the right way and your paperwork done the right way, you can actually go further than your local, your mainstream artist that's out there.
If you watch behind the music, you watch Unsung and all that, you hear a whole lot of successful, sad stories about people signing the wrong shit.
Like TLC we watched earlier.
Oh, yeah.
It was a prime example.
People signing the wrong shit, and I ain't signing shit.
And that's from a man that don't cuss.
Right?
Did I just curse?
Oh, did he?
My bad. Did he? I'm sorry, Mama. Forgive me.
She's over there saying shit too.
Did he just say shit?
My bad.
So let's talk about the message in your music. You touched on that a few minutes ago. What is your message?
Storyteller.
I mean, the
Life.
music that I wrote or that I write and wrote, I guess you could say, past tense and present, it's just stories of my life. And, I can't write a song about a dance or something because I don't dance.
Right.
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't.
Yeah, if you see me on stage, I'm
He's in one
two-step at
spot.
the most.
One spot.
two
We
step,
all over.
Johnny
He's just
two-step.
there.
They're the energetic guys. Okay.
You understand? We fight. Come on, just move a leg or something.
I'm a lineman, you know what I'm saying? He's a running back. He's a wide receiver. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on the line. That's what I do. But I won't say that we're completely positive because we're not. We I would say we're real. And we're real to our story, and we're real to what we've lived, and we're real to, who we are as men and one lady. Okay, and not to go back to what I originally said about state of emergency about hip hop, but there's a lack of men. There's a lack of leadership. There's a lack of alpha males. There's a lot of sugar butt. I don't want to,
Watch out now.
Yeah, there's some. I don't know what these dudes is doing, man. I have no idea. There's some lipstick rappers, and I don't want to. It's unbelievable to me.
I guess
lipstick rappers.
I guess the best way to put it is it's a lot of misguided youth.
Yeah,
it really is a lot of misguided youth.
I don't know what's going on.
Just because you're young doesn't mean that you don't lack talent. There's a lot of talented young people, but it's like having a wild, thoroughbred horse. It has all the attributes to win a championship, but if it's untrained, it's just a wild thoroughbred. But if you take that thoroughbred and you train it, it becomes a stallion. And that's a winning combination.
Yes.
So all we're trying to do is bring what we've learned in our past, our experiences, put it in our music, because music is the ultimate form of communication.
Yes.
Politics, whatever you want to call it, for some reason, music allows you to communicate the most controversial topic without being judgmental. Because it's a common bond, a common denominator. So with Area 301 and what we write about, we perform about, is actual real life experiences. It's the highs, it's the lows, the mistakes we've made, the corrections we're trying to bring forth, and trying to educate people that are actually really into true musicianship. That's why our backline is so talented, because we bring real music back to the forefront. A lot of music today is just track and sample. Area 301's album that you hear in the background, by the way, is all live instrument, live playing.
And it definitely
We don't
makes
do
a
anything
difference.
track. So
Right.
it's real true musicianship in its purest form. That's how we like to present ourselves.
Any love songs, any ballads, and
Oh yeah.
Got one.
We got
Who's the
one right
love
here.
Who's the love meister?
That's him right there.
Tricky nigga.
I'm the love guy, all right?
Also, Jay Mackey.
Is that how you got the name?
Tricky. No, I don't know about that.
There you go.
It might have something to do with it.
Yeah.
Ladies, it's not true. It's not true, baby. It's not true.
Yeah, him and Jay Mackey. That's your Kane in love too. I guess you know.
But,
Cool,
but you
Jay.
know what? The song playing right now in the background, if you hear the singer, his name is Fats. He was one of the original members of Area 301. And this song called Gotta Have Your Love is actually one of a song you can attribute to a love song. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's playing right in the background.
Shout out to my daughter Lexi. Just in case you watching, I ain't call you though. You know what I'm saying? My bad.
Yes. And then I guess we have a street version of a love song called Can I Still Hit It? And we owe that attribute to Mr. Jamani Face.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because he's nasty.
I don't believe it. He's
And, what was the thought behind that?
Yeah. Explain this one, please. Thank you.
Let's have quiet on the set for this.
Okay, well, this happened. Okay, I was walking down the mall one day and I seen one of my ex-girlfriends and stuff. And
what did you say to her? What did you say to her?
Can I still hit it?
Yeah.
Man, what you doing later on?
and ding, there you go. That's the name of the song.
Did you drive to the mall?
Oh my goodness. We all got that one. We all got that one.
One more time. Just one more time.
Just one more again.
One more again.
Whole time.
You know what I'm saying? Just give me a
Had I known that was the last time, it would have been better, right?
Exactly.
You
Can I
said that 3
redeem
times to me
myself? My bad.
Oh man.
This is too much fun. So let's get back. Let's get back. So you mentioned that so you want to branch out in DC and working on a tour.
Yeah.
Are you open to the possibilities of collabing with any local artists, bands?
I mean, collab as a show, or
Collab as a show, maybe even writing, or are you keeping your writing within the band?
Yeah, we're
Tight.
We're self-contained.
Yeah, we're self-contained. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have a large catalog. You
got a lot of stuff we got.
I got a notebook. He got a notebook. Jay Mackey got a notebook. He got a notebook. We got. So we all Area 301. Fats, he's on vacation, but he'll be back soon. And when he gets back, his notebook will be filled up too. So,
I mean, as far as to answer your question, we will, work with other bands for other shows, like doing shows.
Right.
You know what I mean? We ain't selling ourselves short, but not working with other people locally, because that's the problem. We don't have no unity in the community right now.
Yes.
So to be the bigger man to say, look, man, we love y'all. Just we work with y'all just like y'all can work with us. Is a stepping stone by itself. Right.
What I mean? And I am a firm believer in creating your own opportunities.
Exactly.
Because a lot of these clubs, it's so competitive out here. They're not really paying.
Right.
And some of the audiences that some bands may draw might not be a welcome audience. So I think that if you collab with with bands that have the same vision, the same hunger,
right,
then I think it would be pretty powerful.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do know a lot of very talented bands in the area.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Very. We do.
Very. So.
And they respect us just like we respect them.
Actually, a lot of the shows that we've done in the past have been like band collaborations where we actually put another band on the bill with us, or in turn they've called us to say, hey, I got a show, you guys want to be part of this bill. So I think what we're doing is actually starting to catch on and trend a little bit, because a lot of bands that we work with, they have their own projects, their own movements, their own fan base, but strength comes in numbers,
Right.
quote unquote.
Yes.
So what we do is that we reach out and we contact 3 or 4 of the local bands that have a real good following and say, let's put together our own bill, our own showcase, and pull together, instead of having, like, we may pull out 100, 200 people to one of our shows, but if we take that same attitude with 3 or 4 bands, that 200 now becomes 800 to 1,000 people.
Right.
And that's very impactful. So that's our focus. We're just trying to, if you're out there and you hear us and you're tuned in, if you're a talented band, reach out to us, because we like to work with you. Trust me.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely. We're not opposed to working with people, but you got to be talented. Tell you the truth.
Yes.
Don't be like everybody
And
else.
serious and professional.
Exactly.
Oh, very professional. That's my
Exactly.
biggest thing.
key.
Be
That's
original.
my biggest thing.
Yeah.
And original.
Yeah. Be original.
Don't come out sound like Lil Wayne, and don't come out sound like all these other people. Sound like yourself.
Right.
Right.
I have a question I got to get. We're running out of time, but I really want to understand this, or maybe you can shed some light, because we talked a little bit in the back about the buy-in, the band working together as a unit versus bands, working with different people scattered all over. And I understand that times are hard and people got to make their money. Mm-hmm. But how do you have the level of commitment amongst the group that keeps people motivated and wanting to stay together?
I think belief in the project. I think everybody knows that, sees the big picture,
Mm-hmm.
So that alone motivates them to stick with us, And we just all have a good, we all connect. We're all connected, and every person in this band is there for a reason. It makes a big part of this band. I think that's mainly the reason.
Sometimes we got
everybody sees what we have as a unique.
Yeah, sometimes we got to pick each other up because we do slip.
Yeah.
There's a lot of us that they get into their moments, and we got come on, slap
easy.
out of it. Let's
Yeah,
get
it's
back
not easy at all.
into get back in the hustle.
Right.
So,
Right.
but overall, we basically became a fan. I'm the newest in the bunch. I'm the baby, but the newest one. So you know what I mean. So they know me.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to speak. Like, come on, what
Yeah.
the hell are y'all doing?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So let's
Yeah, we
it
can't get
together.
complacent. We can't sit back and just, we have to go get it.
You gotta get it. You gotta be as hungry as the next person.
If you don't have a show in the books, you better go find one.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You gotta go out here. You gotta knock the door down. Okay, you gotta blow the wall off.
So everyone is committed to doing that, helping. Yeah.
Absolutely,
100%.
absolutely. All right, the stages are getting bigger. The sound is better. It's thick. We've never been this good, and we still got room to get even better.
Yeah, the growth is
growing.
The growth is evident because, like I said, like I was telling you back talking before the actual show started, we were trying to get into the larger venues. Not just DC, but in general.
Everywhere.
Like most recently, we just did the Howard Theater, which is a legendary historic venue in DC for
Yes.
music artists. We've also just premiered at the Fillmore in Silver Spring. We did that Friday night. And in July, we did Rams Head Live. So
Nice.
if you know anything about this area, those are three very prominent venues.
Yeah.
And
Even
each
Baltimore
venue
Live.
that each one of those venues performed in, we were approached by management staff, and they said that we were like an above caliber type local talent, and they were looking to bring us back to feature with maybe some more national headline type acts performing on their bills. So that's a testament to going back to what Nick said, belief in the project and the
Yes.
product.
Yes.
Because we can sit here and tell you that our stuff is great, but you're gonna think we're biased because we are Area 301.
Well, I can
But-
tell you you're great.
Thank you. But just
Y'all
getting
not paying
feedback.
me to say that. No, I'm just kidding. Go
I
ahead.
give you that money afterwards. I appreciate
But just getting feedback from industry professionals and radio people and DJs, when they actually play this album, they actually come back and they say, this is a very quality project.
Yes.
A lot of independent projects, you can tell the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, this is a product that you can put next to a majorly signed act with distribution and money behind it, and you can't tell the difference in the level of quality of production.
Right.
And that's a testament to all these gentlemen at this table and the ones not seen here as well. There's some very talented individuals. Like, we have our own in-house video people. Like, Kane has his own video company. Mackie has a video company.
Right.
He's a graphics person as well. I mean, it's a very talented. Rob Wonder, who's also part of the management staff. He's Rob Wonder, Stray Cats Entertainment.
Shout out to Rob Wonder.
He's,
Yeah.
he's a
Rashad.
DJ himself, video, the whole 9 yards. So anything that we need, it benefits us because we don't have to go out and outsource it. We can actually do it ourselves.
Yeah, in-house stuff. Cut the middle.
We in-house everything. Like the
Cut
CD
the
I gave you,
middleman out.
Yes.
the packaging, the artwork, the layout design, everything was done by Area 301 personnel.
Excellent.
Everything.
Wow. Well, that's like I said.
Yeah.
Guys, tell the audience real quick because we have to end the show. How they can stay connected and your tour, your schedule of performances, and
The best way to catch is our website, which is www.area-301.com. Also, follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter at Area 301. We're on Instagram, Area 301. What else do we have here? Digital media. We used to be on SoundCloud, things of that
Facebook.
nature. What's that?
Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Well, Facebook. But primarily, the best way to catch us is just go to our website, which is www.area-301.com. From there, everything links, all our social media links, everything. You can see videos, download music, hear stuff,
Upcoming
purchase
shows.
Yes.
band merchandise, the whole nine. We are a conglomerate. We are a company. This is a movement.
all right. All right. Well, you heard it here. Go out and support, guys. I tell you, you will not be disappointed. We're going to end the segment with the Set Your Mind, Set Your Week. And the quote is from Anonymous, and it's, "Nothing great happens when you hold back." And the takeaway for that is, don't let fear of failure keep you from moving forward, and don't be afraid that things won't work out. Be more afraid that you won't experience the true great thing that you have seen in your dream. Let go of what holds you back and have an experience that will last a lifetime. So again, I thank you guys for coming on the show. I had a great time. Gotta have you come back.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
Man, gotta have you come back.
Yeah. That's right.
And yeah, I'll definitely come out and support when I can. I want to thank Listen Vision Live, WLVS, for providing a platform to introduce artists and groups such as this fantastic group to you guys. Thank you, Eric, broadcast engineer to the stars.
Thank you, E.
Good job, Eric.
Appreciate you. Thanks, Mom, for being my bodyguard for
Thanks,
tonight.
Mama.
Mama Duke's in the building.
Mama look like Cecily Tyson over there.
Oh, we got one thing we want to say. Can we real quick?
Yes.
First Wednesdays, if you know Tacoma Station, we are there every first Wednesday of the month. We call it Ladies Night Live, where we perform. We also feature a special guest band to play with us, and it's ladies free all night long, every first Wednesday of the month at Tacoma Station.
Y'all get roses and prizes.
Oh,
and
shit,
drink
I'll be
specials.
We do
Kisses on the cheeks and stuff.
We do a ladies only door prize raffle. Just for walking through the door, you get a raffle ticket, and we give away an average of $200 in gift cards.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on and tell your girlfriends it's done.
Come on and
I'll
have a good
tell
time.
I'm
And
buying
also
shots.
Green-
Fellas, you gotta come.
Buying
'cause-
shots too?
Yeah.
Y'all heard it
Y'all
here.
heard him. Y'all heard him, right?
Well,
Yeah.
And also Green Turtle on the
Shotmaster.
12th and Metropolitan starting the 18th.
Yeah, Annapolis. Yeah,
in
Green
Annapolis,
Turtle.
and that'll be every month soon.
Yeah, Green Turtle, Annapolis. No, Green Turtle in Arlington on the
Arlington.
12th, and Annapolis, Maryland at Metropolitan Kitchen Lounge on September 18th.
All right. Well, you
So we
guys
all
heard
over
it
the
here.
place.
Yes. Thank you again so much. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, Winnie. Hey, David. Hey, Kevin. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for the Earth Show that's coming up next. And I will see you same time, same place, same bat channel next week, Monday at 8 o'clock. Love you guys.
Tune in. Soul Fusion.